Hello there. Hi, everybody. I'm Kana, a machine learning engineer with over 3 years of experience in the field. Welcome to my channel. And so, in case you are dreaming, you have a desire to become a machine learning engineer in the year 2025, you are at the right place. And so, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I actually started my journey into becoming a machine learning engineer, the tools that enables me to achieve my goal, and also to see how I can also help you in achieving your goal of becoming a machine learning engineer in the year 2025. So when I started my journey, that was about 3 years ago. I had one thing in mind, and that was to learn machine learning the best way. So I first and foremost entered into tech as a web developer, but over time, I felt that I really wanted, like my own choice, what I wanted was to be a machine learning engineer. So I started looking out for materials, videos, and the rest. But I noticed that I had this love for books. Like when I read a book, I feel it's actually better than taking a course because I kind of have a perfect, that's me personally, understanding of books. So I fell in love with books and I read books. In fact, I would say that I became a machine learning engineer through books. So I read lots of books. And so my goal in this series is to share with you the books that I learned. I'm not just going to be sharing with you the books I was talking about the books. We're going to be walking through the books, every concept, every example, everything that is being taught. So I'm going to be teaching machine learning in through these books. And I'm very rest assured that you can actually become a machine learning engineer by going through all of these books. So before I jump into the book, like you could see the Python crash course is actually before your screen. But before we talk about that one, let's just talk about what it means to be a machine learning engineer in 2025. So a machine learning engineer bridges the gap between data science and software engineering. They build, train, and deploy machine learning models that help solve real world problems. So the skills that are necessary are programming, data analysis, mathematics, statistics, and also understanding machine learning algorithms are very, very crucial. So I'm going to be talking about the books that actually help share kind of shape my journey. So the very first one, as you can see in the screen, is the Python Crash Course. Now, this is a very fantastic book. For me, I feel that this is actually the best book if you want to start learning Python. So it introduces the basics of Python. You're going to be learning about variables, loops, function in a beginner's friendly way. Even you have an introduction to object-oriented programming in this book. And one of the very wonderful thing about this book is the project. So by the end of this book, you would have built a simple game, also a data visualization app, and also a web application. So we're going to go through the foundation of Python programming language with this book. We're going to understand what Python, like how Python works through this book. This book really helped me in ensuring that I have a perfect understanding of the Python programming language. So having after we've done with this book, the next book, which really was very, very essential to my understanding, my understanding in machine learning, was the Python Data Science Handbook. Now, once I learned Python, the next was for data because as a machine learning engineer, 80% of your time is going to be spent working on data. So the Python Data Science Handbook actually gave me an introduction into certain Python libraries such as NumPy, Matplotlib, Scikit-learn. I use this book to learn how to clean, visualize, and analyze data, and also prepare data for machine learning model. So this is a book that it's actually a must-read book for anyone that wants to dive into data science. So I would highly recommend this book because I actually use this in learning how to work with data. So this is the next book we're going to cover. We're going to cover through everything, the NumPy, the pandas, scikit-learn, and everything other thing that this book has in common. So we're going to walk through the example, the exercises, everything in the Python and the data science or the the data science section of this particular course. So this is actually the same book, the book we're going to be using. So once we are done with the Python data science handbook, the next book which we are going to be learning is the mathematics for machine learning. Now you shouldn't be afraid of math because I know some persons are like, hold on. Is mathematics in machine learning? Obviously, mathematics is a very, very crucial part of machine learning. You should see machine learning as an intersection of computer science, mathematics, and also statistics. So the mathematics for machine learning is the next book that actually helped me. So now this book actually covers key areas in machine learning. That's mathematics for machine learning, such as linear algebra, calculus, and probability. And it also focused on how to apply them to machine learning. For me, this book was actually a game changer. It helped me to understand concepts like gradient, descent, and optimization, which are critical for building and tuning machine learning models. So you don't have to be afraid of anything. I'm going to be walking you through right from the basic to the advanced stuff in this book. So it's not something that you have to be afraid of. I'm here to guide you and also provide you a very simplified understanding of every concept and everything that's covered in this book. So the mathematics for machine learning is the next book we are going to be covering. So once we are done with the book, the next book, this I have to say is my love. Yeah, I really love this book. The hands-on machine learning with scikit-learn, Keras, and TensorFlow. So now this book was a gold mine for me. That's what I actually call it my love. So because it's also a gold mine for anyone that wants to apply machine learning in the real world. It walks you through building model using scikit-learn, and also it also introduces you to deep learning with TensorFlow and even deploying your solutions. They have lots of practice, lots of projects you're going to be working with, and practice exercises in this book is going to help solidify your understanding of and things like hyperparameter tuning, model evaluation, and neural network. So, and also lots of projects you're going to be working with. So, this is the next book we are going to be like kind of covering in this series. Now, with covering all of this book, like you'll be very, very comfortable in machine learning. But the goal of this program is to make you proficient, to make you a very, very good machine learning engineer. So we will not stop here. We're going to go further. We're going to go to the world of deep learning. Now, for me, this is actually the best book to learn. This is actually the best book. I've actually apart in my career, I've read other books in deep learning, but for me, I feel that this is actually the best one. And it was actually recommended by Elon Musk. So away from that, but this book is a very, very great book if you want to learn deep learning. So it's going to teach you about neural network and also some advanced AI topic. So we're going to dive into CNN gains, and this book also provides you both theoretical and practical insight. For me, although this book was challenging, but it was incredibly rewarding. It gave me a strong theoretical foundation, and I find myself often revisiting it often as I tackle complex projects. So the deep learning by Ian Goodfellow and Joshua Bengo. I can't really pronounce the author name. So I'm very sorry for that. So it's a book we are going to be using to learn and understanding deep learning. So once we're done learning all of these things, the next on the list is designing machine learning system. Because at this point, we would be very comfortable in machine learning. You can't go through the 5 books I've just mentioned previously, and you're not good. You'll be so good, but it doesn't just stop in working on model on Kangoo or on Jupyter Notebook. That's not where it stopped. This book, Designing Machine Learning System, will walk you through the entire process on like real model system, like what you do in the real world. Understand? So the Designing Machine Learning System, it's about real world engineering practices. So you're going to be learning things like future engineering, system scalability, and monitoring. So this book taught me how to think about machine learning as a part of a larger system and not just an isolated model. So we're going to be going through every single concept, understanding how machine learning, how the entire process of machine learning as an engineer. So this book is going to really help us in achieving that goal. So having gone through all of this book, we were well comfortable. But another thing that was very, very helpful to me was Kangol. I can't say anything about machine learning without referencing Kangol. So because there are lots of data sets that you can work with, there are lots of competitions which you can actually be part of it. So we're going to be working with Kangoo. We'll be getting data sets and also be working with those data sets. And also I'm going to be showing us how we can actually join various competitions in the course of this program. So we're going to be exploring Kangoo from time to time, even in while we are working on various of the books, we just be getting from data set from Kangoo and also be working on it. So this is also a very, very important part of I was actually a very important part of my learning process, and also we're going to be working with this in the program. So now we are very comfortable. We are done. And with you just learning all of this book, I'm not, I don't feel that you will not be proficient enough. You'll be so good at machine learning. But it doesn't stop there. The goal of this program is to make you among the best. Now, if your goal in machine learning, like for me, was to actually land a job, and that which I did after going through all of these books, if your goal is actually to land a job, a tech job, there are other books that will be very, very helpful. So I'm going to be recommending some of the books that actually helped me land my first role as a machine learning engineer. And this was one of the very first book I learned that was data structures and algorithm in Python. Now you might see I'm not doing software engineering, but I feel that if, especially if you're going for technical interviews, if you will need to understand data structures and algorithms, it's not just about software engineering. It enables you to write efficient code. So we are going to be going through the data structures and algorithms in Python. And I really love the fact that this one is actually written in Python. So this book helped me in preparing for coding interview with a comprehensive practice um, question and also strategies. So this is a very, very important book that introduces you to data structures and algorithms. So we're going to be going through this book in the course of the program. And finally, and this is the, I think this is the what we are going to see, Baba, like very, very good book. The next book I'm going to be introducing, Cracking the Coding Interview. So now, if you want to, like, you are really, really serious about taking technical interview and actually um, getting through technical interview, this is a go-to book. So the Cracking the Coding Interview, it's going to help you understand the process of coding technical interview. Also, it's going to help you prepare you for, like, you can actually, after taking this book and understanding and the entire process, there will be hardly any technical interview that you go through, and at least you're going to get yourself lost. So this is the last book we're going to be covering in this series. So now, what are you going to expect from this program? Now, what you're going to expect is daily videos. We're going to be starting right from the Python crash course, where we're going to be going through the basics of Python down to the cracking the coding interview. And every single day for the next 10 months, I'm going to be uploading videos. We work through on each of these books. So be rest assured that if you can just commit every day to learn something, it's going to be bit-sized learning. So it's not like we're going to pack everything, bit size learning. So you're going to be learning little by little. But in the space of 10 months, you could be rest assured that you should be well equipped with the necessary skills in order to start, maybe get an entry level role job as a machine learning engineer. So daily videos, and also I'm going to be sharing some of my notes that I actually used in course of learning these books. So now, because I know very well it's very, very difficult to learn on your own, I've created a community, a group, which you can actually join and be part of. This community is made up of other students like you that want to learn machine learning in 2025. So it's where you can actually come, ask questions, share your knowledge together. In case you are being stuck in maybe any of the lesson, you get your questions answer. So, and it's going to be very wonderful because down there I also share all the code files, everything that I'm going to be working in that dedicated group. So if you want to be part of this program, I really encourage that you join the group, and because the information about the group is posted on the video description, so you get information on how you can actually join the group. So you see this as more like a university, as in you're going to university, and you go for courses, you get textbook, you study those textbook, you write exams. And also, there are going to be exercises, there are going to be lessons, there are going to be quizzes. That's why you have to join the community, because we'll be taking and ensuring that you have a perfect understanding of each thing. So just see yourself going for maybe a university program for the next 1 year, and be rest assured that after this, you should be a proficient machine learning engineer. So join the group, ensure you participate in everything we're doing, and also ensure you come every day, because like I said, every single day I'll be dropping a video, and from each of these books we're going to go through everything step by step. So all you just have to do is to like this video, share it, subscribe, so that once I publish any video, you can be notified. Now, as a final note, you just have to know that the demand for skilled AI and machine learning engineer is skyrocketing, and the opportunities are endless. By starting today, you're not just keeping up, but you are staying ahead. So as we embark in this journey, always remember one thing, that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So rather than postponing and saying, I'm going to learn this next month, you can actually start now. You can start now to learn this very, very important technology. And so this entire series, if you just follow consistency, yeah, I know that it's not everybody that will start a program like this that do end. But I know very well that if you have stayed to the end of this video, and you have the ability to actually start the program and end. So I'm looking forward to see you in the next video where we're going to start the Python crash course and you're going to have a perfect understanding on Python. So ensure that you like, you subscribe, and also check the video description to join this dedicated group. And so see you in the next class when we start with Python, using Python for crash course, Python crash course. Thank you.